Hello, my beautiful people of the Omenuko lifestyle channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from across the world. My name is Omenuko Emeka Moses of the Omenuko lifestyle channel.
Omenuko one.
Welcome to my channel, Omenuko lifestyle. Apparently, today is 18th of March 2025, and it's our day 40 of the beans farming experiment in dry season. Sometimes you will just give yourself tasks in this life that you just have to keep up because of integrity. We're embarking on dry season beans farming experiment to find out if beans we produce during the dry season, and for the purpose we are wetting it. Today is the day 40. Normally I may not have done any video because nothing else have happened. It's just that the beans keeps expanding. Nothing else have happened. But mind you, what we're expecting now is the beans to produce flowers, then beans pods. Today is its day 40. These beans have been planted now for 40 days. Beans normally takes 75 days to produce. It goes on to grow, produce flowers, beans pods. The beans pods dries, then harvest. That cycle is between 70 and 80 days. On the average, 75 days. Why did I say 75 days? Because the beans I planted in 2024, it took 75 days from planting to harvest. So I've just concluded on the average is 75 days that beans takes to produce. Now, the species of beans I planted is Lima beans, which is commonly known as butter beans. On my day 38, I did a video, that's day before yesterday, and on that video I enumerated 10 different types of beans that is commonly eaten in Nigeria. There are probably other species. If you know any that's not amongst the ones I've listed in my video on day 38, you can actually drop it in the comment section. So yesterday, which was day 39, I promised that I was going to give you the botanical names of these beans species that I listed on day 38. A botanical name, also known as a scientific name, is the formal, universally recognized name given to a plant species following the rules of International Code of Nomenclature for Algae, Fungi and Plants, ICN. Funny enough, most of all these beans that are listed as different kinds of beans, they fall under almost the same class of beans, because from their botanical names you know they are brothers or sisters. Make I put it that way. I think that might be quite easier to understand. One time I think Henry Ford was being asked what are the specifications of how he produces his cars or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know if it's Henry Ford. I might be mistaken. You know what Henry Ford did? He said let him call one of his engineers so that the engineers will tell him if the cars meet production standards. And those asking him said, why would you have to call your engineers to find out? Are you not the owner of the company? And he said that is why he hires professionals to do it. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I have written down some of the things I want to say in this video. I don't have to cram it. Technology is there to help us to get things done very well. So don't mind me. So from time to time, I'll be looking at my phone in order to dish out this information I'm giving to you. I have 10 types or species of beans we eat in Nigeria, and I've listed out their botanical names so you can get to know that. Mind you, the species I planted is butter beans. This is butter beans on this day 40. Beans farming experiment in dry season. So let's get to see if sometime at the end of April, these beans will be ready to eat. So I'm going to start as usual. Number 1, for the beans types I listed yesterday, day before yesterday, the 10 beans type, honey beans was number 1, which a lot of you know as oloyin beans, popularly eaten in the southwest, that's in Yoruba land. Like I said earlier, I don't know if that's the beans that they used to make the popular ewa going or something like that. I think that's the name. So oloyin beans, the botanical name is Vigna unguiculata. Vigna unguiculata is a variety of cowpea. Cowpea is basically beans also. Vigna unguiculata, honey beans. So if you see honey beans, just know say you dey chop Vigna unguiculata. That's the name, the botanical name for honey beans. Number 2 was brown beans. And brown beans is also called Vigna unguiculata. So probably they are family members. Brown beans, Vigna unguiculata, also a variety of cowpea. Then white beans, Vigna unguiculata also. Vigna unguiculata, that's also white beans. A lighter variety of cowpea, that's the lighter version of brown beans. Then we have number 4, the black-eyed peas, which is also Vigna unguiculata. Oh my god. So it's just one species of beans that just have different forms of exhibiting itself in the world. You know, Christians say we have God, and God, there's the Father, there's the Son, and there's the Holy Spirit. Different ways of manifesting that same one God. I'm not comparing God to beans, so I'm just trying to say these beans is one family manifesting in different ways. Just these 4 different species belong to one family, Vigna unguiculata. That's the botanical name. Those that gave it the name, please kindly tell me the reason in the comment section. So we have iron beans. Now iron beans, like I said yesterday, iron beans was formed to help fight against malnutrition. So it's a biofortified variety of beans, iron beans. I know a lot of times when I go to the market, people say, abeg, I wan buy iron beans, I wan buy iron beans. Okay, this is the reason. It was biofortified to fight against malnutrition, iron beans. And the botanical name for iron beans is Phaseolus vulgaris. Phaseolus vulgaris. That name heavy, it carry weight. Omenuko lifestyle. Before I continue, if you are visiting my channel for the first time, on this channel I talk basically on agriculture. I love to farm. Then also we have I talk about service departments, housing for rent. Maybe there are other things I'll delve into in the future, but for now these are the basic niches I'm narrowing down into. Earlier I used to post music content, also soundtracks and all that, but I've decided to move that to another channel, G-Bax on the Beat. Now the song you're going to listen next to is one of my songs. I have a channel for that, G-Bax Beats. You can actually Google it because we're on all platforms. Hello Missy, I've released it on all platforms through DistroKid. We're on Apple Music, we're on Spotify, we're on Tidal, and every other globally known music player. Make I put it that way. I think that's the best way I can describe it. You can Google it, Hello Missy. G-Bax is the artist, by G-Bax, and stream the songs. Make sure they make small money. If you are my subscriber and you've been with me for some time, kindly support me. Go stream my song on Spotify Music, on Tidal, on Apple Music, and every other major streaming platform wherever it is in your region. Hello Missy by G-Bax. So I'll continue listing the types of beans varieties we have and telling you their botanical names. So I was on number 5. Let me go through again. Number 1 to number 4 have the same botanical name. Honey beans, Vigna unguiculata, that's oloyin beans. Brown beans, Vigna unguiculata, also Vigna unguiculata. They're both a variety of cowpea. White beans, black-eyed peas, all Vigna unguiculata. Then iron beans, Phaseolus vulgaris. Phaseolus vulgaris. It's a biofortified variety of beans. Then we have drum beans. That's the variegated beans. Phaseolus lunatus. It's another lesser known local variety of beans. That's drum beans, variegated beans. Phaseolus lunatus. Phaseolus lunatus. That name. They sound like donatus. Sorry you. They don't leave you. Drum beans, variegated beans, that's Phaseolus lunatus. Then the kidney beans is also known as Phaseolus vulgaris, the same as the iron beans. Kidney beans is also known as Phaseolus vulgaris. Okay, so kidney beans and iron beans have the same botanical name. Then soybeans, which most of us for Nigeria they call soya beans. Soybeans is known as Glycine max. That's the botanical name. Then Bambara seed, which is used for okpa. Bambara beans, which is used for okpa. I'm so fascinated about this Bambara name because one of my viewers, Emma Ella, asked me about planting Bambara seed, which is normally used for okpa in Nigeria. So I got to find out that that's a species of beans just recently, and my attention was drawn to it from one of my subscribers, Emma Ella. You can go check her out and see what she's doing on her channel. Bambara seed, okpa beans, known as Vigna subterranea. Now wow, subterranea. Vigna subterranea. That's number 9. Bambara beans, okpa beans, Vigna subterranea. Okay. So then lastly, number 10, which is the beans I'm using in my experiment. Lima beans, which is also known as butter beans. Lima beans. This is Lima beans. For the purpose of this experiment, that's what I've planted here in sack bags. It's known as Phaseolus lunatus. Phaseolus lunatus. Phaseolus lunatus. That's also the same as drum beans. They both have the same botanical names. So we have 4 generally. The 10 beans I listed out fall into 4 different categories in terms of their botanical names. We have the Vigna unguiculata, we have the Phaseolus vulgaris, we have the Phaseolus lunatus, and we have then we have Glycine max, which is soybeans. Then we have Vigna subterranea. So all the 10 types of beans I listed have 5 different botanical names. I mean, that'll be all for today. Nothing much is happening in our garden. Hey, Hafa. Don Kali. Adehelu. So they all fall basically into 5 categories in terms of botanical names, the 10 varieties of beans. So if you're coming to my channel again for the first time, Omenuko Lifestyle, kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, drop a comment if you have any questions to ask. If there's any species of beans you feel I've not mentioned in this my whole explanation, kindly drop it in the comment section. I'll probably make another video based on that. For now, day 40 of our beans farming experiment, nothing special is happening. I'm waiting for bean pods to start coming out and flowers. So I've not observed any flower yet. Let me see if there is something happening here. Day 40, flowers haven't started coming out. So hopefully during the week we might see flowers. I'm seeing something. I'm not sure it's flower, but whatever it is and whatever the case is, for now I'm going to say goodbye. Basibe. Thank you very much.
So started, walk so hard, slaying so harder. Last time I saw you were rocking on Prada, raised by your father, maybe he's a doctor. Anytime I see you, my heart is beating faster. Lion King Mufasa, I'm trying to retire, slowing down like Simba, you telling me go hard.